Okay, so recording has started. This is the English version of the same session today. Great that we have English-speaking persons attending. As said just before the recording, that the session is always Finnish first, and then if we have English-speaking persons, definitely we will have the English version also available. This week it's about Fabric AI skills. We covered the AI skills like 3 months ago or something when it was completely new, but it's kind of after last week's announcements, it makes sense to revisit the topic again. And what is the Fabric AI skills? It's a kind of prompt or prompting tool that you can find from your F64 workspace. So this is one of those functionalities that require F64 or above. Power BI Premium, I think, works also, but not 100% sure. And that's why in this demo, I have like 2 instances online, because all of my data is on the F16 workspaces, and this demo or this capability requires F64 for capacity. So that's why kind of both of them are online. There is a rumor that you could access data from stopped or paused workspaces or workspaces where the capacity has been paused, but at least as of today, it doesn't work. So you have to have both of them on active if that's the case. What we are talking about is the new AI skills or the old AI skills functionality with the new capabilities. What you can find when you click the new create new item and search for AI skills. And here I will type in like test 3 as the name of the AI skills, because we already created the demo just a few minutes ago with the number below. And the first difference when comparing to the version like 3 months ago is that now we have a lot more different types of objects available. Original AI skills was like generating SQL queries against the SQL endpoints. And now this can understand KQL. It can understand DAX, so semantic models and custom databases. It also can understand the SQL endpoint of the lakehouse and the warehouse. And Microsoft has said that going forward, there will be added even more sources from the fabric, like for example, streaming sources or something like that available. But as today, those 4 lakehouse, warehouse, semantic model, and custom databases are possible sources. Here, I'm adding a semantic model into my AI skills. And I hope it goes fast. Yes, faster than the Finnish version. And then I'm adding a new source. So this is also a new thing. So we can now choose up to 5 different sources for the AI skills. And this one, okay, this one is taking longer than the Finnish version. I don't know why the browsing is now so slow. Let's click cancel, click add data source again. Okay, let's go to the just double checking that this is still running. Yes, I don't understand why this doesn't show all the why on earth is this? I have not done anything else than those demos on the F64 capacity, so I hope that it's not throttling. But let's revisit this one. This was the same as in the Finnish demo just a few minutes ago. I will here clear the chat, so it will forget all the queries we already had. So if I would have managed to add this lakehouse into the my new AI skills, it would look exactly the same. So kind of now this is just a version where I have added this additional lakehouse. So you can have up to 5 different sources as of now. Microsoft has told that this kind of number 5, or the limitation of 5 sources, will go beyond that, but as of today, that's the limit. Then you can guide the LLM model on what objects or tables inside your data sources are available for the model. So here I have one table from the semantic model and one table from the lakehouse. You can kind of imagine this AdventureWorks database that these are linked. There is a currency key here and there is a currency key there. So yes, they are linked, but it's not this one. So it's not in the same model. This is not based on this lakehouse. So they are completely different data sets. And I can ask from the AI model. First, you have AI instructions, which you can turn on, and you can guide the model to behave in a certain way. You can even say how to calculate things in the AI instructions. Now here it says that return all the answers in Finnish, which we saw on the Finnish version of the demo. I will delete this one and hope that it now answers. And I will even clear the chat so the session is reestablished. Now there probably the answers will be in English. I can ask this based on the selected tables that what is my total sales? I have a measure for sales, which is a sum from the sales amount. So this could use this one, or it could use directly the column. Let's see how it works. Yes, it says some number. This is the same number as in the Finnish version, so I know that the result is the same. And then it explains how I got the result. Now it uses the sales measure. I could also guide this model by saying that and I'm pasting the statement from the previous demo. You could guide it in a way that give me the gross sales by currency, and gross sales is being calculated by adding sales amount and tax amount. So now we don't no longer have a measure, and we actually need to use this currency table also. So if I now send this one, it should, to be able to answer the question, it should join those 2 different sources and even create a new measure, which I hope it's doing. Yeah, so we got result. It's based on currency. So yes, it did something, and it reasons what it did within the steps. So first, it created the DAX statement. In Finnish version of this, it went the other way around. So first it went to the lakehouse and then to the DAX, but nevertheless, it calculated the DAX statement by currency key and then found that actually I have the currency key available in my lakehouse. And then it joined this in memory, like in the LLM model itself. So kind of this is quite neat that if you just have the data somewhere, you can join these together, which is cool. Kind of I really like that. Then next one is that if this one didn't work in the Finnish version, let's try if this works in the English version. If you try it to visualize that, kind of that, give me that as a pie chart. It worked in a Finnish version that please open Excel and do things like that. But actually now it works exactly same as it worked during the weekend. So this one is actually something I was hoping that to be in the Finnish language version of this session also. So it's almost there. Kind of it shows that, because if you look at the notation, this is very close to the custom visual notation in the Power BI. So it kind of almost tries to visualize this in a pie chart, but is not yet there because it's only text result. But hopefully in the near future we will have it to visualize it as a custom visual type of thing on the Power BI side also, or as a Power BI visual. Good. Then one more kind of new thing announced last week is that if you noticed, I can now reference the previous questions. When the AI skills was originally released, it was like one question per session type of thing. So you always needed to add all the previous questions into your next questions to be able to kind of have the conversation. Now you can have a meaningful conversation with the model just by kind of asking new things. So that's kind of cool also. Then, as a final part, there is a publish button. So when you publish this, you can have an endpoint. The endpoint is over here. Okay, not yet, because I have not published this one. I didn't remember which one I have published and which ones not, but it's available here. So now we have a public HTTPS URL for the model, and Microsoft has published Python code to be able to use that model in your Python programming language. If you kind of look through the Python code, I would say, and do some debugging, I would say that it's not hard to write any language, kind of choose C# or anything to queries against the same model. Would you need that? If you need your own custom user interface, that could probably make sense. Makes sense. This is now using some libraries that require this one to be on the Fabric notebook. But technically, if you again do some research, you can find all the needed libraries so that you can export them to your own environment if you wish to do so. Yes. So conversations, so history, 5 sources, joining over multiple sources, and AI instructions to guide the returns from the system. I tried kind of to find technical details about the implementation before this session, and I was asking that, hey, what LLM model are you based on? It says, sorry, cannot answer. Return me a table what LLM model you're based on. Sorry, I cannot answer. Then a bit more complex query. And then it answered that, hey, I'm based on the Azure OpenAI model. After that, I tried that, hey, what specific OpenAI model are you based on? But I couldn't get the answer from there. But definitely it's using Azure OpenAI as a backend system. It's actually visible also in the URL of the API endpoint. So here it says the OpenAI as the end. So I think that's not a secret or should not be a secret at all. What you need to use this is that you need to enable. There's a new setting in the admin portal. You need to enable. This one is old. If you use the original ASCIIs, so data can be processed outside of your region, has to be enabled. But in addition to that, there is now a new radio button that it has to be. You have to give permission to store data also outside of your capacity regions. That's because not all of the OpenAI models are available in all of the regions. And as we don't know what model is based on it probably is one of those that is not available in every region. So kind of behind the scenes, Fabric chooses your physical location to run the model, and then of course your data can be transferred to that destination also. So you have to be kind of comfortable with these ones. In the Finnish version, we also had a discussion that what other is said behind the scenes for this learn more things. And I said, unfortunately, I'm not a lawyer. I kind of read yourself that you are comfortable with the ruling. But of course, in the EU area where I'm physically from, we have the EU data boundary things that we cannot export data outside EU, or we have to publish that to the kind of all the people involved. So I think this is not a knowledge. I think that this one honors the EU data boundary and similar things, but not sure. Please read it yourself and make the assumptions or kind of derive your opinion based on what you read. Good. That was pretty much the one we had in Finnish, and let's stop the recording.